Echoes of the stars. In the year 2143, Earth had quieted. Most of humanity now lived in domed cities or had joined the Exodus fleet, vast starships on missions to find new homes among the stars. Earth was managed by an intricate network of autonomous systems, a shell of its former self. But for Lena Anders, an exoplanet researcher aboard the starship Solace, Earth's silence wasn't unsettling. Space, she felt, was where humanity's spirit truly belonged. The Solace was in its 9th year of a 10-year mission to explore the binary suns of the Canis Major constellation, with Lena as head scientist. She and her small team scoured nearby exoplanets, cataloging flora, sampling water sources, and noting any hints of potential habitability. In their time among the stars, they had discovered much that was strange and beautiful, yet no signs of intelligent life. That was until today. The signal arrived with no warning. Lena was alone in the lab when her console lit up, displaying a rhythmic pulse in a pattern no natural cosmic event would produce. Heart racing, she recorded the signal and replayed it, each cycle intensifying her excitement. It was as if something was reaching out. "Captain, I think you need to see this," she said, her voice barely a whisper over the comms. Within minutes, the crew of Solace was assembled in the dimly lit observation dome. The stars stretched out around them in every direction, distant and cold, yet somehow watchful. The signal continued, pulsing like a heartbeat, filling the air with a low hum. Lena took a deep breath, her hands trembling as she began decoding the signal. What emerged was a series of coordinates, followed by symbols that seemed to form a phrase. She couldn't quite make sense of them at first, but the pattern suggested language, a greeting perhaps. After an hour of analysis, the message became clear. "Welcome, travelers. We have been waiting." The crew stared at the words, a mixture of wonder and fear flickering in their eyes. They had prepared for this moment theoretically, but had never truly expected it. "What do we do?" one of the crew members whispered, glancing at Captain O'Reilly. "We go," the captain replied without hesitation. "This is why we came." As the Solace changed course toward the coordinates, Lena felt an unfamiliar sensation welling up within her. A combination of awe and dread. What kind of beings would wait for centuries, perhaps millennia, for a civilization they didn't even know? Why had they been expecting humanity? The journey to the coordinates took hours. During this time, Lena couldn't shake the feeling that they were being observed, as if the stars themselves were whispering secrets she wasn't ready to understand. To distract herself, she reviewed their collected data, hoping to find clues about who, or what, they were about to meet. But all she found were endless questions, each one deeper than the last. When they finally arrived, they were greeted by an anomaly. A massive structure, shaped like a crescent and seemingly carved from black stone, floating in orbit around a desolate moon. It was unlike anything they had encountered before. A silent monolith waiting. As they approached, Lena's console emitted another pulse. The signal was different this time, faster, as if eager. She matched the rhythm, and the monolith responded, opening a narrow entrance. Without a word, Captain O'Reilly guided the ship inside. The interior was vast and echoing, filled with light that seemed to pulse and change as if alive. Strange symbols covered the walls, and as they walked through the corridors, Lena felt a peculiar sense of familiarity, as if the symbols were brushing against memories she didn't know she had. In the central chamber, a holographic figure appeared. A figure that looked almost human but bore subtle, unearthly traits. Its eyes were wide, almost ethereal, and its voice reverberated through the chamber. "We are the Sentinels," it spoke, its tone calm and ancient. "We have watched the stars for eons, waiting for the next to arrive." "The next?" Lena asked, feeling both humbled and frightened. "You mean there were others before us?" The sentinel nodded. "Many civilizations have journeyed here, each one seeking answers, each one different. You are the travelers of Earth, and we have observed you for thousands of your years." Lena's mind raced. This entity, these sentinels, had known of humanity since the dawn of their civilization. Questions tumbled out of her mouth. Why had they waited? Why humanity? What did they want? The sentinel raised a hand, silencing her questions. "In every civilization there are echoes, patterns that repeat. Your kind, like those before, is searching, reaching, wanting to belong to something greater. We hold the memories of these civilizations, their stories and wisdom, and offer them as guidance." Lena realized then that this wasn't a test or an invasion. The sentinels were archivists of the universe, cataloging the journeys of countless species across time. And now, humanity's story was to be preserved among them. Captain O'Reilly stepped forward. "And what is it that you ask of us?" "Nothing," the sentinel replied. "Only that you remember you are not alone, and that the stars contain echoes of all who have come before." As the crew made their way back to the Solace, Lena felt a profound sense of connection. They had come seeking alien life and instead found a reflection of themselves, a reminder that humanity was but one note in the cosmic symphony, one echo among the stars. As the Solace resumed its journey, Lena stared out at the endless expanse, a quiet reverence settling over her. Somewhere out there lay Earth, but she no longer thought of it as just home. The universe was her home now, filled with echoes of civilizations past and whispers of those yet to come. And for the first time, she felt a part of something vast and eternal.